This is everything that has happened since the New York Knicks last made the NBA Finals in 1999. Let's start with the most obvious. LeBron James was not even in the NBA when the Knicks were last in the NBA Finals. But in fact, LeBron was 14 years old and was just about to start his freshman year at St. Vincent St. Mary High School. Now fast forwarding to 2026, LeBron James has finished his 23rd NBA season and finally saw the Knicks in another NBA Finals. Kobe Bryant was playing in his third NBA season, which Kobe was still on his rookie contract that year. Kobe averaged 20 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists, and was named to the All-NBA third team. This was the last time Kobe would miss out on the All-Star selection in his career, and a year after the Knicks made the NBA Finals, the Lakers would go on to win 3 championships in a row from 2000 to 2002. The last time the Knicks were in the Finals, the Seattle Supersonics still existed in the NBA. Gary Payton averaged 22 points and 9 assists during the 1999 season, but unfortunately didn't make the playoffs. Other notable players were Dale Ellis, who played his last full season in the NBA, and rookie Rashard Lewis, who averaged 2 points in his rookie season, but would turn into a 2-time All-Star and an NBA champion in 2013 with the Miami Heat. The New York Knicks starting lineup was not older than 4 years old when the Knicks went to their last NBA Finals. Jalen Brunson was 2 years old, Karl Anthony Towns was 3 years old, Mikal Bridges was 2 years old, Josh Hart was 4 years old, and OG Anunoby was 1 year old. The oldest player to have been alive on the current Knicks roster was Jordan Clarkson, who was 7 years old when the Knicks went to the NBA Finals. How old were the 2026 major award winners when the Knicks were last in the NBA Finals? The most valuable player, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, wasn't even a year old when the Knicks made the Finals. The same goes for the most improved player, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, who is also a first cousin of SGA. The Rookie of the Year, Sixth Man of the Year, and Defensive Player of the Year were not even born yet. In fact, Wemby and Cooper weren't even born when LeBron James made his NBA debut in 2003. Lastly, Coach of the Year Joe Mazzulla, who is one of the youngest coaches in the NBA, just turned 11 years old when the Knicks made the NBA Finals. The NBA looked completely different when the Knicks made the NBA Finals in 1999 compared to today's game. Starting with the style of play in the NBA, hand-checking was still a rule, and with that, teams in 1999 only averaged 91.6 points a game, while in 2026, teams are averaging 115.6 points a game, which hasn't been this high since 1970. Also, NBA teams only shot on average 13 threes a game, whereas in 2026, teams are averaging 37 threes a game, almost 3 times more often than in 1999. In the 1999 season, the NBA was in its third lockout, spanning from July 1998 to February 1999. This caused the league to be shortened to 50 games and the All-Star game to be canceled. The reason for the lockout was due to disagreements with the league's salary cap system and a ceiling on players' salaries. The two sides couldn't agree on anything, so the owners began the lockout. However, in January of 1999, both sides settled on providing maximum salaries for players and a pay scale for first-year players. The award winners in the 1999 NBA season were the following. For the most valuable player, Karl Malone took his second MVP trophy with 25 points and 9 rebounds. Rookie of the Year went to Vince Carter, averaging 18 points and 6 rebounds. Defensive Player of the Year went to Alonzo Mourning, who averaged 20 points and almost 4 blocks a game. Most Improved Player and Sixth Man of the Year went to Darrell Armstrong, averaging 14 points and 7 assists during the 1999 season. Coach of the Year went to Mike Dunleavy for the Portland Trail Blazers, leading his team to the second seed in the West and a winning record of 35-15. Now going outside the NBA world, the last time the Knicks were in the NBA Finals, phones looked like this, and computers looked like boxes. There were no iPhones, Bluetooth, and Google wasn't popular. The #1 song on the Billboard Top 100 at the time was If You Had My Love by Jennifer Lopez, and the top-grossing movie was Star Wars, Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. The PlayStation 1 was the current generation of PlayStation, while the Xbox wasn't released when the Knicks last made the NBA Finals. Now, to give you a mess with your perception of time, you could have been born, gone through all levels of education, graduated from college, gotten your driver's license, been legal enough to drink, then lost your license because you drove under the influence of alcohol, then you regained your license, bought a house, built a family, and have your own kids in kindergarten. All of this you could have done during the last time the New York Knicks made the NBA Finals in 1999. And that is everything that has happened since the New York Knicks last made the NBA Finals. Be sure you hit that like and subscribe button for more NBA videos like this.